At World Class Teams, we believe your people will either make you or break you, that complacency is the enemy, and that creating a world-class team is the best way to grow your business. How do you create hope and optimism in the current climate? I've heard so many times in the last few weeks, you know what, I'm over this. In fact, I've had COVID up to here. And I'm hearing this not just from staff, but also from CEOs and leadership teams. We're feeling drained, we're tired of all the uncertainty. We're starting to wonder if we'll ever see that light at the end of that elusive tunnel. And it's leading to a decrease in morale, a sense of overwhelm, sometimes complete distress. Managers are saying to me, they really feel like they've lost their mojo. And they can see this in a decrease in their motivation and a decrease in their productivity. They're noticing that it's much harder to be upbeat for their teams. And as a result, their teams are feeling just a bit flat as well. It's like we've got COVID fatigue, isn't it? And yet we do know we are still in it and we need to continue. It's a time when leaders really need to step up. If our teams are to have that sense of forward focus and hope and optimism, it comes from us. It is a big ask, but the reality is, if as a leader you don't have that sense of forward focus and some hope and optimism, then realistically you'll become less effective and less efficient yourself. And your staff, who take their cues from you, will also travel down that pathway of lower morale, lower productivity, sometimes putting the whole business into jeopardy. It's a big ask, but it's important that we do it. The forward focus and the hope and optimism. So how do you actually do that? Well, there's no magic bullet. However, there are absolutely two good places to start. The first one is to ask the right questions. Those questions have got a forward focus. They're things like, how can we? What if? Yes, and what else could we do? And they're replacing those statements and questions we've often asked, the defeatist, pessimistic ones like, oh, I don't think we can really do any more than we already are. I don't know that that's feasible. Or like, what options? I don't think there are any more options. The second tip is looking to have optimistic communication. That actually starts with a mindset that says, I can and we can, I'm tough enough and we're tough enough. And that mindset gets manifested in the way we communicate, both in our body language, our tone, and the words that we use. Let's start with the body language, because that's of course what people see first. Where are your shoulders? Are they back? Where's the sparkle in your eyes? Where's the smile on your face every time you greet and speak with someone? And that tone of voice, it needs to be positive, but not fake. And we actually need to practice the words out loud. Our voice always sounds fabulous inside our heads. The words do matter too. It would be really helpful if we treated those int, the N''T words, as if they were swear words. The couldn't, shouldn't, mustn't, didn't. None of them are helpful in terms of hope and optimism. Replace them with we can, we will, we do. And that's going to take practice, because we've actually grown up with those int words, heard them a lot and used them a lot. So I hope you're up for the challenge as leaders. Asking the right questions and having optimistic communication. They're very simple concepts, sure, but very powerful ones, and actually very difficult ones to do, particularly in that communication space, because we are looking to unlearn habits that we've had for a lifetime and replace them with new words, new questions that are more conducive to the future and creating that hope and optimism for ourselves and for our teams. Video, like it or share it. If you want to rapidly upskill yourself or your team, get in touch with us at World Class Teams.